Turkey, known as Turkiye in its native language, is a nation with a distinctive geographical position, spanning Asia and Europe. Its historical significance is characterized by its dual role as a barrier and a bridge connecting the two continents. Turkey finds itself strategically positioned at the crossroads of the Balkans, Caucasus, Middle East, and Eastern Mediterranean. It stands as one of the larger countries in terms of land area and population within the region, surpassing the territory of any European state. While most of its landmass falls within Asia, comprising the elongated peninsula known as Asia Minor or Anatolia, Turkey also includes a portion of the mountainous region referred to as the Armenian Highland in the east. A small section, Turkish Thrace, resides in the southeastern corner of Europe, representing a diminutive remnant of an empire that once extended across a significant part of the Balkans. Stretching approximately 1,609 kilometers from west to east, Turkey encompasses a north-south extent that varies between about 300 to 640 kilometers. Its borders are defined by several geographic features and neighboring countries. To the north lies the Black Sea, while the northeast is bounded by Georgia and Armenia. Azerbaijan and Iran mark the eastern border, and Iraq and Syria lie to the southeast. The southwest and west coasts are embraced by the Mediterranean Sea and the Aegean Sea, while Greece and Bulgaria border the northwest. Ankara serves as the capital of Turkey, while Istanbul holds the distinction of being its largest city and primary seaport. The majority of islands dotting the Aegean coast belong to Greece, with only Gaxiata and Bozcaada remaining under Turkish control. The maritime boundary separating Turkey and Greece has been a recurring point of contention between the two nations, resulting in disputes on multiple occasions since the conclusion of World War II. Throughout the course of history, Asia Minor has been home to a succession of political entities. In the 11th century of the Common Era, Turkmen tribes migrated into Anatolia and established the Seljuk Empire. Later, in the 14th century, the Ottoman Empire commenced a remarkable expansion that reached its pinnacle during the 17th century. Following the demise of the Ottoman Empire, the modern Turkish Republic emerged in 1923. It embraced a nationalist, secular, and parliamentary democratic system. Initially, under the leadership of its founder, Mustafa Kemal, the republic witnessed a period of one-party rule. However, since the 1950s, Turkish governments have been determined through multi-party elections, ensuring universal adult suffrage. Turkey is a country that is mostly covered in mountains, with only the coastal areas having flat land. Approximately one-fourth of its land is situated at elevations above 1,200 meters, while less than two-fifths of the land lies below 460 meters. Many mountain tops reach heights of over 2,300 meters, especially in the eastern regions. The highest mountain in Turkey is Mount Ararat, which is 5,165 meters tall and located near the borders of Armenia and Iran. In the southeast, Ulyadaruk Peak reaches 4,744 meters. In the western part of the country, Demirkazg Peak stands at 3,755 meters, and Mount Athos reaches 3,479 meters. These mountains are significant features of Turkey's landscape. Turkey has many steep slopes, and there is only a small amount of flat or gently sloping land in the country. These landforms have an impact on other aspects of the environment, resulting in climates that can be harsher than expected for a country at Turkey's latitude. It also reduces the amount of available agricultural land and its productivity. In terms of its structure, Turkey is located in a region of Eurasia that has relatively young folded mountains. The geology of Turkey is quite complex, with a variety of sedimentary rocks from different geological eras, such as the Paleozoic to Quaternary periods. There are also many intrusions and large areas of volcanic material. Turkey can be divided into four main regions based on its geology. The Northern Folded Zone, the Southern Folded Zone, the Central Massif, and the Arabian Platform. Each of these regions has its distinct geological characteristics. The Northern Folded Zone is a region of Turkey that consists of a succession of mountain ridges. These mountains become progressively higher as you move towards the east. This zone occupies a belt located immediately south of the Black Sea and spans a width of about 145 to 200 kilometers. The Southern Folded Zone encompasses the southern third of the country, extending from the Aegean region to the Gulf of Iskenderun. From there, it continues northeast and eastward, encircling the northern side of the Arabian Platform. Situated in the western part of Turkey, the Central Massif is found between the Pontic and Taurus mountain systems. This elevated zone is often referred to as the Anatolian Plateau, although its relief is much more diverse than the term plateau implies. In southeastern Turkey, stretching from Gaziantep to the Tigris River, lies the stable massif known as the Arabian Platform. This region is characterized by a relatively gentle relief, with broad plateau surfaces that gradually slope southward. The elevation ranges from approximately 760 meters at the base of the mountains to 300 meters along the border with Syria. There are 8 main drainage basins in Turkey, with 2 of them extending beyond the country's borders and the remaining 6 located entirely within Turkish territory. The smallest basin is that of the Aras River, which starts in the southern part of Erzurum and flows eastward for about 400 kilometers until it reaches the frontier with Azerbaijan, eventually emptying into the Caspian Sea. The majority of eastern Turkey is drained by the Euphrates and Tigris rivers. These rivers flow southward for approximately 1,250 kilometers and 530 kilometers before entering Syria and then Iraq. 2 basins in Turkey have inland drainage. In the Far East, there is a small area that drains into Lake Van, but this lake has no surface outlet. The primary inland basin is located in west-central Anatolia, with its main areas being the Lake Tuz and Konya basins. The varying landscape and climate of Turkey create significant differences in the types of soil found in different regions. The contrast between the interior and the outer areas is particularly notable. However, the specific soil pattern is quite intricate. The different types of soil within specific zones are influenced by variations in the land's relief and the materials from which they are formed. As a result, there is a wide range of soils that can be classified into 7 main groups, each comprising multiple soil types. The most common types of soils in Turkey are red and gray-brown podzolic soils, along with brown forest soils. They make up a large portion, about 1/3, of the country's soil composition. These soils are predominantly found in mountainous regions, forming a wide belt around the northern, western, and southern areas of the Anatolian interior. They are associated with regions that have a relatively higher amount of rainfall. In the driest parts of Turkey, especially in central Anatolia and the southeast, you can find brown and reddish-brown soils. These soils cover approximately 1/5 of the country's land area. Despite the limited rainfall, these soils are suitable for dryland grain production, and they support extensive farming of crops like grains without relying heavily on irrigation. In regions with slightly wetter climates, you can find non-calcic brown soils with rendzinas and grumasols. These soils are different from podzols as they are less leached and less acidic. They are most common in lowland Thrace and can also be found in certain areas along the Aegean coast. Chestnut soils are another type, found on a smaller scale in the same regions as the brown and reddish-brown soils. They occur in slightly more humid conditions and when the parent materials contain calcium. In the driest areas, such as the Konya Basin and the Aras Valley, you can find sierrosums. These soils are highly alkaline and have a gray color. They are often found in semi-desert regions. Terra Rossa and red prairie soils are formed by the weathering of limestone under Mediterranean climates. Red prairie soils occur in warmer and wetter conditions, and they are slightly more leached compared to Terra Rossa. Both types can be found in patches along the Aegean and Mediterranean coasts. Alluvial soils, which are found in small areas, are incredibly valuable for agriculture. They are mainly located in the valleys of the Marmara and Aegean regions, and they support highly intensive farming practices. Turkey has a diverse climate, which is mostly a dry and semi-continental Mediterranean type. This climate is strongly influenced by the presence of the sea to the north, south, and west, as well as the mountains that cover much of the country. These factors create differences between the inland areas and the coastal regions. Certain parts of Turkey experience the highest amount of rainfall during the winter, which is characteristic of the Mediterranean climate. In contrast, there is a widespread lack of rainfall during the summer, resulting in dry conditions. Due to the country's elevation, winters in Turkey are often colder than what is typically experienced in Mediterranean climates. There are significant temperature variations between winter and summer throughout the country. The duration of snow cover can vary, ranging from 2 weeks in the warmer areas to as long as 4 months in some mountainous regions in the east. The types of plants that grow naturally in an area are influenced by their landscape, weather, and soil. In Turkey, there are 2 main types of natural vegetation: steppe grasslands and forests/woodlands. Steppe grasslands are mainly found in central Anatolia and the southeast, but they can also be seen in lowland Thrace and the valleys/basins of eastern Anatolia. The rest of the country is covered by forests and woodlands. However, in many parts of Turkey, the original natural vegetation has been significantly changed by human activities. People have directly affected the land by cutting down trees for wood and clearing areas for farming. Indirectly, the presence of grazing animals has also influenced the vegetation. As a result, the natural plant types have been altered by human actions. Turkey has a good variety of wild animals and game birds. In secluded and wooded areas, you can still find creatures like wolves, foxes, boars, wildcats, beavers, martens, jackals, hyenas, bears, deer, gazelles, and mountain goats. There are also domesticated animals in Turkey. Some examples include water buffalo, Angora goats, known for their long and soft wool, camels, horses, donkeys, sheep, and cattle. These animals are raised by people for various purposes. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to give a like, share, and subscribe.